Have you ever felt a lump in your throat for no clear reason? A subtle, steady pressure right where your voice turns into sound, like something inside you knows you haven't said what really matters yet. This isn't just a physical feeling. It's an energetic signal, a hidden key the ancients understood, but most of us have forgotten today. The throat is more than just a passage for speech. It's an energy gateway. Think of that knot not as a nuisance, but as a door. Behind that tightness is a powerful flow of creativity, truth, and life energy, just waiting to be set free. This isn't just another video about relaxation techniques. It's an invitation to a quiet rite of passage, a chance to reconnect with a part of yourself that's been waiting for permission to come forward. The old sages taught that what we don't express gets twisted inside us. The words we hold back, the cries we quiet, the ideas we keep silent, they don't disappear. They build up in our subtle body, especially at the throat, where the so-called fifth chakra, or center of truth, lives. And what if I told you there's a specific breathing method that can dissolve that knot? Not just relax the area, but release the stuck energy and turn it into creative power, clarity, and healing. What's blocked can become a source of strength. Your inner voice doesn't need a stage, it just needs space. In this video, I'll show you how to tap into this ancient practice. A breathing technique that not only frees the throat, but awakens your inner energy. We'll explore the mystery of this energy center, its link to your deepest self, and how opening it can change not just your voice, but your whole life. Along the way, we'll dive into its philosophical roots, spiritual symbolism, and most importantly, how to use it in your life. Because knowledge without practice is just dusty ideas. Get ready to feel, remember, and let go, because your truth can't stay locked away any longer. It's ready to come out from silence straight to soul. In ancient wisdom traditions, the voice wasn't just a tool for talking. It was sacred. In Egypt, the word Heka meant living magic. In Vedic India, the throat chakra was called Vishuddha, the purifier, where the soul begins to express itself through form. For Taoists, the voice was the flow of original breath connecting the heart to the cosmos. In every culture, the energy moving through this channel was seen as divine. And here's the key point. All these traditions knew that when we don't express what we truly feel or think, that vital energy gets stuck. The voice isn't just about speech, it's a subtle current, a way to bring things into being. Speaking truth, whispering what's unspoken, releasing what's bottled up. This was seen as an act of inner alchemy. That knot in the throat many of us feel but don't understand was, for the ancients, a sign the energy was blocked. In the Hermetic schools around the Mediterranean, this blockage was called the soul's padlock, an energetic lock that kept the inner fire from rising to higher levels. Here's a hidden truth. If the energy doesn't rise, consciousness doesn't either. Esoteric Gnostic texts pointed out that the throat is the border between the emotional heart and the spiritual eye. If that border stays closed, the soul is split, unable to unite what it feels with what it sees. This split leads to modern spiritual struggles, saying things we don't mean, silencing what burns inside us, hiding what hurts. This kind of repression becomes a silent scream trapped in the body. In Sufi tradition, students learned to chant sacred sounds that vibrated in the throat to unblock the inner light. These weren't just chants, but vibrating breaths that lifted the veil, blocking the soul from speaking clearly. Sound was more than expression, it was healing. Around the world, Andean shamans also saw this center as the cave of the sleeping word. When someone couldn't speak their truth, they were guided with songs, fasts, and breathing exercises to find their voice again. These traditions agreed on one thing. Spiritual power is unleashed when the throat's energy flows freely. You can't truly connect with yourself or the universe if what you feel stays trapped and can't flow out. So far, we've opened the door to remembrance. Now it's time for practice, because breathing, the dance between body and soul, is how the knot starts to come undone. Imagine there's an invisible river inside you. That river is your life energy. Along its path, there are subtle gates or centers that, when open, let this energy flow strong and clear. But when one of those gates shuts, like often happens in the throat, the water pools and stagnates. The result? Emotional pressure, mental fog, and feeling like you can't fully express yourself. Breathing with intention is the key that can open that gate. The throat center isn't just a spot in your body. It's an energy vortex. That's where the power of creative words lives. What's not spoken gets compressed. What's compressed gets dense. And dense energy eventually harms the body or disconnects the soul. How many times have you felt stuck emotions, unspoken words, or truths you couldn't share? They don't vanish. They wait to be released. Conscious breathing works like a delicate thread running from your roots to your throat. Each breath in is like a rope lifting from deep inside you. Each breath out is a pulse that moves through the knot, loosening it bit by bit. It's not just about breathing. It's about putting clear intention into that breath, so it travels like a beam of light right to the blocked spot. The technique is simple but powerful. Start by sitting quietly. Close your eyes. Bring your focus to the center of your throat. Don't just picture it from the outside, but imagine going inside, like entering a hollow cave right in the middle of your neck. There, see a sphere of compressed energy waiting to be released. Now slowly inhale through your nose, counting to 5. Picture the air rising from the ground like a golden stream flowing up your spine. It reaches your throat and pauses there. Hold your breath for 3 seconds, imagining that sphere of energy expanding. Then exhale through your mouth, counting to 6. And as you breathe out, picture the sphere gently turning and starting to dissolve, releasing soft wisps of blue smoke or mist. Repeat this cycle at least 7 times. With each round, feel the knot loosening, your inner voice getting ready to come out. If you want to go deeper, you can make a soft sound on the exhale, like ah or ham, letting the vibration gently massage your throat from the inside. This sound isn't random. It's a vibration designed to activate the energy center of the word. This isn't just a technique, it's a ritual of reconnecting with yourself. It's about letting go of what's been left unsaid, making room for your true voice, and sparking the energy that's been lying dormant inside your unspoken words. What's often mistaken for shyness, insecurity, or emotional blockages is really just a throat energy collapse caused by a lack of conscious expression. When we breathe with this awareness, we open an invisible door. This door lets more than just air through. It lets the soul begin to speak. The soul doesn't shout. It whispers, and we only hear it when the noise of that knot is quieted by the pure presence of breath. The knot in the throat isn't just a metaphor for emotion. It's a real sign of an unexpressed vibrational truth. From the ancient traditions of Egypt and India to the shamanic chants of the Americas, it's been understood that the human voice doesn't just communicate, it creates. Sound is vibration, and vibration shapes matter. What vibrates lives, what doesn't stagnates and fades. The throat is more than a passage for words. It's an alchemical tool. It's the bridge between inside and outside, between what we feel and what we bring into the world. But when this channel is blocked by fear, trauma, or repression, the alchemy stops. The energy doesn't rise, and like a river that can't flow, it stagnates and decays at its source. Why does this happen? Because the throat is closely connected to the heart. When we silence our feelings, we don't just block the voice, we seal off the emotional center. The result is a deep imbalance, a split between what we think, feel, and say. That's why so many people wear a mask, saying what they don't feel or hiding what they do. The energy in the throat isn't inactive. It builds up and creates pressure. This pressure can turn into anxiety, physical pain, fear of speaking, or a heavy feeling of something stuck inside that you can't quite identify. Sometimes it even messes with how we connect to others, causing misunderstandings or the sense that no one really hears us. This is where breathing becomes a practice of transformation. In esoteric traditions, each chakra has a vibrational gate, a tone that opens it. The throat's tone is ham, and chanting it activates the communication field and helps release energy from the laryngeal center. But beyond the mantra, what really opens this gate is intention. Without intention, the sound is just noise. With intention, it becomes healing medicine. Visualizing while breathing boosts this effect. Imagine a closed blue flower inside your throat. With each inhale, you bring light from your base up to that flower. With each exhale, you let its petals open. This isn't just a poetic image, it's an energetic guide. When the mind focuses clearly, it directs the body's energy. Where your attention goes, your energy follows, and where your energy goes, change happens. It's also important to talk about what happens after the center opens. Your voice changes, not just in tone but in what you say. You stop repeating what others want to hear and start speaking your truth. And when that truth comes from a clear heart, it doesn't judge or impose. It frees, reveals, and resonates instead of shouting or echoing. This process doesn't happen overnight. It's a dance. Some days the center opens easily. Other days it may feel closed again. But each conscious breath is a step toward wholeness. Every time you choose to breathe instead of holding back emotion, you tell your body it's safe to express itself, that you don't have to hide your voice anymore. When that happens, the energy inside changes. What was once a knot becomes a channel, and through that channel, your inner power starts to speak to the world. In a noisy world, the hardest thing is learning to hear yourself. Many people feel trapped, not because they lack words, but because they've gotten used to keeping what really matters inside. That's why freeing the energy in your throat is more than just a wellness practice. It's an act of inner sovereignty. And for that, breathing is your first ally. Start with silence. The first step isn't to speak, but to quiet the outside world so you can hear the pulse of your inner world. Find a quiet spot and sit up straight. Close your eyes and focus on your throat. Don't try to change anything. Just notice. Is it tight? Do you feel pressure? Is there an emotion hiding there? Naming what you feel is the first step toward releasing it. Try a downward breathing practice. Most people breathe shallowly, only into their chest. But to open the throat channel, you need to breathe from below. Imagine inhaling from your perineum, your root center, carrying energy like a golden thread traveling up your spine all the way to your throat. Pause there. Feel it. As you exhale, picture that energy starting to gently vibrate the throat. This kind of breathing connects you with your root, your truth, and your ability to express yourself authentically. Speak out loud to yourself. It might feel small or silly, but saying your thoughts in private helps you recognize your inner voice's tone. Don't repeat what you've been told your whole life. Say what you really think and listen. Are you kind to yourself? Are you honest? This exercise sharpens your verbal energy and clears the channel so that when you do speak with others, you do it from a place of higher awareness. Use singing as a way to heal your energy. You don't have to be a good singer or have a perfect voice. It's about letting the sound flow through you. Start with a vowel like A or E. Let the sound out like a long sigh and feel how it resonates in your throat. Singing not only releases tension, but also shifts your vibrational frequency and tunes you to higher emotions. Write down what you can't say. If fear or repression still holds back your words, start by writing. paper doesn't judge. It's your safe space for discovery. Often when writing, you find that the emotion you felt as a knot turns into words, and once named, it no longer weighs you down. Let your body be your guide. The throat doesn't get blocked on its own. Pay attention to your posture and your jaw. Are your shoulders tight? Relax them before you speak. The body is wise. It knows when you're about to lie or hold back your truth. Learn to read its signals. When your body and words align, coherence happens, and that coherence is magnetic. Remember, freeing your throat isn't about sounding prettier. It's about sounding more real. And in a world craving authenticity, your conscious voice can be the healing others need. Most of us have felt at least once that uncomfortable sensation of something stuck in our throat. It's not just a repressed emotion or an unspoken thought. It's energy waiting to be released. And in that silent waiting, we often forget that the throat isn't just a physical organ, but a bridge between what we feel and what we share with the world. When energy flows, we heal. When it's blocked, we get sick. This isn't just a poetic idea, it's a biological and energetic truth. Our ability to speak our truth plays a huge role in our physical and emotional health. Unspoken words pile up. The yes that wanted to be no, the I love you silenced by fear, the cries drowned by pride. All of these live inside the throat's knot. But we're not stuck in this invisible prison. Every breath is a key. Every deep inhale is a chance to reconnect with that sacred channel between heart and word. Because the throat isn't a container, it's a channel. Its job isn't to hold, but to transmit. Conscious breathing is the first step to freeing that flow and bringing harmony back. We've seen that simple, deeply transformative practices can guide us here. Breathing from the root, singing from the soul, writing as release, listening honestly to our inner voice. This isn't about magic tricks or secret techniques promising instant change. It's about remembering that the body holds wisdom, that energy wants to move, and that truth longs to speak through us. And when we stop holding back our truth, something powerful happens. Life starts listening. The universe responds differently. People around us notice the shift. We become creators, not reactors. Our voice stops echoing old conditioning and becomes a clear expression of the soul. This journey isn't straight or fast. It can hurt. You might feel the knot tighten just as you try to let go, but that's exactly where you need to stay. Breathing into the knot, giving it space. Even blockages serve a purpose. They protect us. But when we're ready and have the right tools, we can thank them for their service and let them go. So if you've made it this far and something in this message speaks to you, don't ignore it. Your throat holds untapped treasures. Your soul wants to speak, and your body knows how to help you unleash that power. Breathe, feel, and let your voice, your real, deep, wild voice, be your medicine and your path. If this video inspired you, remember to subscribe, like, and share it with others who might need to remember their voice is sacred.